Got an older home? Say, built before the 1980s? Then there's a really good chance you're living with cast iron pipes. Now, don't get me wrong, this stuff is tough as nails, but it does not last forever. And when it starts to go, well, it can cause some major headaches and major hits to your wallet. So, okay, let's get into it and figure out exactly what you should do.
Yeah, think about that for a second. What's really hiding in your walls? It's kind of wild, right? The most important parts of our homes are totally invisible. And with plumbing, believe me, what you can't see can definitely come back to bite you and your bank account.
So, let's start with the big question. Why do these pipes, which are supposed to be so tough, eventually give out? We're going to break down the real risks that come with this, old school plumbing.
All right, first things first, let's make sure we're all talking about the same thing. Cast iron piping. This was the stuff for drains and sewer lines for a super long time. It's solid, it keeps things quiet, but it's got one huge weakness: time. I mean, after half a century or more, that legendary strength really starts to wear thin.
And this is where it gets interesting. It's not just one thing, it's like a chain reaction. See, it all starts on the inside. Decades of, everything flowing through causes rust and corrosion. This gunk builds up, making the pipe narrower, which means slower drains and clogs. But then, and this is the scary part, your house settles a little, which all houses do. That tiny shift can be enough to crack these brittle old pipes. And that's when you get water damage or, even worse, dangerous sewer gas leaking into your home. Not good.
Okay, but here's the good news. Your house usually gives you hints that something's up. It's practically talking to you. You just have to know the language. So let's get into how you can become a bit of a detective and spot these warning signs yourself. So what are we looking for? Well, hear a weird gurgling sound from the drains when you flush? That's a classic sign. It's air struggling to get past a blockage. Or how about those drains in the sink or tub that just seem to get slower and slower no matter what you do? Yep, that's probably all that rust and buildup closing in. And look, if you see a random water stain on the ceiling or find rust on the pipe joints downstairs, your house isn't just whispering, it's screaming for help.
And I really want to drive this point home. These aren't just little quirks of an old house you can ignore. No way. The experts are super clear on this. Every single one of these is a major red flag. You've got to get it checked out by a pro. Seriously, don't let a small issue turn into a full-blown disaster.
All right, so you've spotted a sign. You're thinking, oh no, what now? Well, take a breath. The good news is you don't always have to rip everything out. It's not necessarily an all or nothing deal. You've got options. So let's walk through the main choices you'll have to make.
Let's compare the two big ones, repair versus replace. So repair usually means something called pipelining. Basically, they slide a new sleeve, like a pipe within a pipe, into your old one. It's a fantastic, less expensive fix if you just have one or two problem spots. Then you have the full replacement. This is the big one. Tear out the old cast iron, put in brand new PVC pipes. It's obviously more work, but it is a permanent, set-it-and-forget-it solution. But wait, there's a third way. What about a hybrid approach? This is actually a really smart move for a lot of people. The idea is simple. You target the absolute worst sections of pipe and replace those completely. Then, for the parts that are still holding up okay, you just line them. It's the best of both worlds, really. You tackle the biggest risks without the cost and chaos of a full replacement. Okay, let's be real. For most of us, what it really comes down to is money, right? So let's talk dollars and cents. And it's not just about the cost of the pipe. There's a lot more to consider. And right away, you can see the biggest difference. Repairing is almost always going to be cheaper up front than replacing everything. No surprise there. But, and this is a big but, you have to remember what you're paying for. That lower price gets you a fix that buys you some time. It's not the forever solution. Yeah, that initial quote, that's just the beginning. The final bill can change a lot depending on your house. How big is it? Are the pipes buried deep in a concrete slab, or are they easy to get to? If you go for a full replacement, we're talking about opening up walls, maybe even floors. You might even have to stay somewhere else for a bit. Plus, you've got to think about permits and definitely call your insurance company to see if they'll cover any of it. So that's really the heart of the decision, isn't it? Are you looking for a budget-friendly patch to get you by for a while, or are you ready to make the bigger investment for that long-term peace of mind, knowing your home is secure for years? There's no wrong answer here, by the way. It's all about what's right for you, your house, and your finances right now. Okay, we've talked about the problem, the warning signs, and your options. Now for the most important part. What do you do next? Let's lay out a simple action plan so you can take charge of this. Here's your 4-step playbook. Step 1,
Hire the right person. Don't just call any plumber. You need someone with real experience in cast iron. Step 2, get a camera inspection. I can't stress this enough, it's an absolute must. You have to see the inside of your pipes. Step 3, get everything in writing. A detailed estimate that lays out the method, the timeline, the cost, all of it. And finally, step 4, verify everything. Check on those permits and make that call to your insurance company before they start.
And to wrap things up, let's go back to that idea of your home's foundation. It really brings it all together, you know? It shows how everything in your house is connected. Fixing your pipes isn't just about stopping a drip. It's about protecting the foundation, the structure, the long-term health, the security of your entire home. It's a pretty big deal.